Guys, we are back again. How are you, Harry?
Doing okay.
Apart from your little scrape today.
Yeah, we'll survive. It's just a car.
Yeah. Go on. I've awakened their curiosity now. Just tell them what happened.
Yeah, well, okay. I was stopped at a red light and someone decided to not pay attention and rear-ended me today.
Crazy.
And on top of that, they took off and it was a hit and run. So
at least you're okay. At least you're all right. Yeah. Cars can be replaced.
Yeah, they can.
Right, guys, I don't think this is going to be a particularly long video today, but there is something that Harry and I were talking about. Again, it's just something that came to us. There is a huge thunderstorm going on outside, and it's just coming up to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I can't do anything about that. So yeah, something that crossed our path the other day. Now, I'm going to ask you a question because I want to put something in your mind. My people shall, through lack of knowledge, was always perish, right? Now, I saw Brian Stabley the other day talking about this being a change, a Mandela effect. And I always remember it as being perish, but I've actually always thought that it was the Jesus character that said it, and of course it wasn't, couldn't be further from the truth. So that led me on to connect with something else. So I contacted Harry, and we had a chat about it, and we decided that we were going to put, or I was going to put a presentation together to run this by you, because what we're going to show you is going to blow your doors off. The reason I say that is because what we're going to show you is stuff that you already know, or you think you know, but you've never ever looked at it the way that we're going to show you. This is more deception, and we're going to expose it. So should we get into it, bro?
Yeah.
Just share the screen. Wow, that thunder is noisy. So we're talking about the word delusion. And when I said that, Harry flicked me a message back and said, or delusion. Delusion. Yeah, I mean, phonetically, it's very similar. So let's get into where we're going. You're all familiar with this. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. The Chinese proverb. So I've got to put this up as a bit of a disclaimer. We all need to be a little bit careful these days. But we're going to try and give you a lesson on reading between the lines. You will get it. I absolutely guarantee it. So we're going to start with this. 2 Thessalonians. Thessalonians is in the Old Testament. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth.
That's actually New Testament.
Oh, sorry, New Testament. Yeah, my bad. They receive not the love of the truth. Remember, guys, you can't tell people the truth. We can only show people the truth, that they might be saved. So the word perish. Okay, this is the next verse in 2 Thessalonians. And for this cause, God shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Okay, so which God are we talking about here? That's for another podcast. Now, Hosea 4:6 says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, and thou shalt be no priest to me. We'll go into the word priest in a minute. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. What does thy mean, Harry?
Your.
It means your, right. So you've forgotten the law of your God. It doesn't say God, guys. It doesn't say you've forgotten the law of God or forgotten God's law. It clearly says you have forgotten the law of your God. So I will also forget your children. In other words, that is what I should do to you. So we go into the interlinear, and if you click, we've shown you this before, but this is for the new guys. Welcome to all our new subs, by the way. Oh, and the ones that have come back after realizing they've been unsubbed. Yes, that happens too. So what you do is you just click on the number. The 1820 is how many times this Hebrew word appears in the Old Testament. So we click on 1820, and it gives us the meaning. To cease, to cause to cease, to cut off or destroy. But further, perish, ruined, silenced, destroyed, completely cut off. Right? So my people shall perish through lack of knowledge is now my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. If you've got a physical Bible, check it for yourself. What does perish mean? This is etymology online. The etymological meaning of perish is to suffer spiritual death and to be damned. Okay? To suffer spiritual death, be damned. To destroy, on the other hand, means to overthrow, to lay waste, to ruin. So, you know, you can't be perished. You have to do that to yourself, but you can be destroyed. So this is the act of somebody else doing this action. To damn means to condemn, to declare guilty, to convict. Okay? So, and for this cause, God shall send them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie. Would any of you call this a delusion? What does delusion mean? It means an act of misleading someone. It is a deception or a deceit, but it's an act of misleading someone. That's the first definition. Have we been misled or not? If you haven't seen the previous video, I really suggest you do, because we go through and explain why we think this effect happened. So who sent the delusion, and which delusion is being referred to? Some say the Mandela effect began around 2015, but I've written this. I actually think I remember Kyron last putting up a video in 2014 and talking about it. But again, it's around the same time. So which God is in control here? Your God? Or, because remember, the Mandela effect is a personal thing to you. This is the Mayan calendar that we were told talks about the quote unquote end of the world happening in 2012. But we know this is BS, because we know that 1,000 years was added to our calendar, or to the Gregorian calendar, in 592. Have you ever wondered why we have been indoctrinated with the phrase 2020 vision, perfect sight? We have talked at length about this realm being 7. Go and look at our reincarnation trap video, and look at the palm of your right hand, and you will find a 7 on the palm of your right hand, which is mirrored on the palm of your left. 8 represents reincarnation. So it matters not what number you assign to a calendar year. The time between 2012 and 2020 is 8 years. I mean, it could have been 1012 or 12 and 20. It doesn't matter what number we assign to the year. It's 8 years. And 8 years is a reincarnation cycle, which is a trap. So, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou means you has rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee. You, thou is the plural you guys. Thee being you. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, your God. I will also forget your children. So when we look at the word priest, we automatically think of a cleric, ranking below a bishop, above a deacon. But in reality, in the Greek, it means elder. That's all it is, an elder, an old, a venerable person. Comparative of presbys. I've probably butchered that, Harry, meaning old.
You sound pretty good. Presbys.
And isn't it interesting? This has just come to me reading this. Presbyterian Church.
Yeah.
So it just means elder. So once we remove it from the church, and think of the tribal elders, what do? They pass down knowledge. So I will reject you. You shall not be a priest to me, because you have forgotten the law of your God. You have not embraced the knowledge, the truth. We spoke about this on the leash videos. Get in contact with your higher self. How do I do that, Nigel? Just acknowledge that you know your higher self exists. What did the biblical Jesus do? He only ever gave thanks. We spoke about this last time. Say thank you when something goes right or goes your way. It's not really your decision, because we're all being guided. So, the real delusion. Is this why the Mandela effect came earlier? That's a rhetorical question. The Bible, I forget which book it comes from, but there's something in the Bible that niggles me, and it says you must endure. You must endure. In other words, you must go through these times. So delusion is closely related phonetically to illusion. Remember that song, Harry? It's just an illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, you've got to learn to look, and I don't mean this in any way disrespectful to anybody, but you've got to learn to look. You've got to find what's hidden in plain sight. I mean, this is just a class. This is just the first thing that came into my head. Everybody's familiar with this, but what is it?
This. April 3.
Sorry?
Sorry about that. I accidentally clicked on something.
Oh, okay. And if you look at our previous videos where we talk about everything being a deception. So let me just scroll back up. Okay, my people are destroyed through lack of knowledge. You have rejected knowledge, is what is actually written. And if we go back up to this one, with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. It's all there, guys. This isn't talking about God. This is talking about you, your God. And it's talking about knowledge, and it's talking about the truth. What do we affectionately call ourselves? This community is I hate to use that phrase, but I prefer a research community. And look at the word research. Re means do again.
And you know, when you say my God, you're really talking about yours, you know?
Yeah, like, oh my God, that kind of expression. Yeah.
You're talking about your higher self, the you that's guiding you.
Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt.
Because you're the avatar. The physical is the avatar, and the real you is the one above. That one verse you were talking about enduring, 2 Timothy 2, verses 3 through 5.
Right. Okay. So that's in the New Testament. One of our subs, one of our awesome subs, sent me an email and said, "Hey, Nigel, I'm watching this movie. Take a look." And it's a crazy title. It's called John Dies at the End. That's the name of the movie. And I've just watched it. I deliberately watched it this morning before we came on to do this podcast. And they're telling you in that movie, this is from 2012. They're telling you in the movie that nothing is real. We're living in some kind of dream.
The spoiler alert's in the title.
Yeah, basically. Well, actually, he doesn't die in the end, but it's at least I don't think he does. Well, yeah, he kind of does, but he doesn't. It's very enjoyable. It's a very enjoyable movie. So thank you very much for the recommendation. There's also a little BitChute video that I was just discussing with Harry. I'm going to put the link below because you must watch it. It's entitled, "You Only Have One Effing Job to Do," and you couldn't do it. It's very, very short. It's only 2 or 3 minutes. I'll find it and I'll put it in the link below. You must watch it, guys. You must watch it. It's absolutely insane. Nothing is real. Nothing is what you think it is, and it never has been. I mean, you know, there are people out there that have suggested maybe we all did die in 2012, and we don't know. We've been living in a dream ever since that particular time. And another one of our great subs wrote in a comment, would we have a look at the river Styx, S-T-Y-X, and the Egyptian? And I've given that some thought. And to be honest, I mean, I will give it a bit more thought, and I will chat with Harry. We haven't spoken about it yet. We haven't had a chance. I will give it some thought because I think it's a good idea. But if you go back and look at our copy and paste video, you might come to the realization that it's a waste of time looking at all that because it's not in this reality, in this realm, because this realm is a copy. Even Anne-Marie Uber is now, I love her work. I mean, I think she's a great girl. Even she's talking about this realm being a copy now. You know what I mean? So,
and one of the things I'm working on right now is talking about that, the truth and memory. I kind of covered that in the previous video. I've had more revelations, and truth and lies are not necessarily opposites.
No.
So I'm going to go into depth on that, but part of the reason we don't know what's really happening is because our truth, which is personal, is being changed, and we just don't recall what we already knew.
Yeah, hence research. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And again, that's all connected to the Mandela effect, in my opinion. And as Logan often says on Decode Your Reality, you know, these are my truths. You've got to make the truth your own. And once you understand what he means by that, it's actually quite profound, to be honest.
And like we said, the truths are yours. These Mandela effects are going to be yours. It's not going to be everyone's. It's because all truth is personal. And
absolutely.
Once we get that into our minds, and that where our memory is stored in the aura, then it'll become more and more apparent.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, as always, we really do appreciate your comments. Let us know what you think, and let me know if you remember my people should perish or my people should be destroyed. And if any of you out there has got a physical Bible that you've had for like years and years and years, look it up and let us know in the comments if it's actually changed in your Bible. Okay. All right. Anything you want to say before we go, mate?
No, I think you're nailing it when you tell everyone it's personal. You know, everyone says, "Oh, universal truth." Well, it's not necessarily universal to every single person in the same way. It's a personal truth. And I'm not saying that a truth for you is not a truth for me, but it can be, but not necessarily.
Well, let me just finish with this. Somebody posted a comment in our history group history Telegram group. You're welcome to join that, guys. The link will be below, as well as the VPN link. You must take a look at that. And he was talking about, and he said, in his opinion, and I totally agree with him, that everybody who has done no research, and everybody who's done research are saying, you know, so, but Nigel, I don't have time. Well, how can you, my mum brought me up with a phrase, you don't find time, Nigel, you make time. And she's perfectly right. You know what I mean? Get up an hour earlier, go to bed an hour later, sit and do an hour's research a day into whatever you want. Look at some of the stuff that, but we do this research, guys, so you guys don't have to. You know, I've got plenty of free time. Harry's got quite a bit of free time when he's not, you know, flat out busy. You know, and this is what we do.
One thing and we have to be careful what we say, but when you look at the box where that thing comes in, normally they come with a label that talks about an insert that talks about what's in it.
Yeah.
But this one doesn't come with one.
No.
Interesting. So if you can't read what's in it, guess what you don't have? Knowledge.
Isn't it interesting that it's called an insert and they insert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So without the insert, you shouldn't do the insert.
With respect to the short BitChute video that I will find and link below, think of the phrase blow up or blown up. And you will instantly see when we talk about, well, you'll instantly see what we mean when we talk about deception. Okay, not lies. Like Harry said, the lie is not the opposite of the truth. The lie is a completely different thing. It's just not different. The truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. The truth can be demonstrated. A lie, we can demonstrate that a lie is a lie by demonstrating the truth. But you can't tell someone the truth, you have to show them the truth, which is why I spend so much time, and Harry spends so much time actually doing these PPT presentations. You can go back and check all our sources if you like, but we're showing you what the truth actually is and how, you know, it's been deceived or how it's been changed. With a classic example is to blow something up. You know, you blow up a balloon. Well, I'm not going to say any more on here, but as I say, I'll put the link below. I'll call it the balloon video. All right, I'll just put link to the balloon video, and you'll know what I mean. And just click on it. Yeah. It's only 2 or 3 minutes. It's really cool, actually. It's really cool. All right, guys. So we will see you. Where are we today? We're a day late, I think, Harry. Today's my Monday, your Sunday. So
Sunday, Monday.
We'll be back in 2 or 3 days, hopefully, when Harry's got his presentation finished. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Love ya. Please comment below and share some more ideas with us.